I'd like to welcome you to the swearing-in ceremony for Corrections Training Academy Class 132. I'd like to welcome our honored guest, Mayor Fisher, Director Collins, and the senior staff. Thank you. Right now, I'd like to introduce CTAC 132. Please stand for a presentation of colors. Please welcome Mr. Darren Lee to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last streaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly gleaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, you guys may be seated. Real quick before we continue, I'd like to do a little snippet on Mr. Darren Lee. I'm going to read an article here, excerpt from USA Today from June 6, 2020. A local entrepreneur, Darren Lee Jr., spotted Officer Henshaw in an advancing crowd and linked arms with a stranger in a red mask. Once I saw the guy in the red mask, I stepped up, I said. I got to step up, said Lee, who also ran a child care center. It was reactive, and I just went. He had no idea what would happen next. I really thought at that moment, protect him. It really isn't his fault, Lee said. Ultimately, 5 men formed a human shield to protect Officer Henshaw, all of them strangers to one another. Nobody knew the name of the man to his left or his right. 3 were black, 1 were white, and 1 Dominican, all linking arms, keeping him from harm's way. Mr. Darren Lee, thank you for volunteering your time to sing the national anthem. Also, I'd like to say that one of our recruits is actually his cousin. So, there we go. Thank you. You can turn back. This time, I'd like to invite, Chaplain Whitlow for the opening prayer. Please stand.
Shall we pray? Eternal God, our Father, we thank you for this day. We ask your blessings upon this graduating class as they begin their new journey in life. Guide every action of these given to service. Allow them to never forget their pledge to mankind and forever protect them and their families. We pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Whitlow. At this time, I would like to invite Mayor Fisher to the stage to give his executive address.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here, Darren, Mr. Lee. That was fantastic. So, nice job. All right. Well, it's certainly an honor to be here with Class 132 today as you all accept the honor and challenge of becoming our newest corrections officers. And as your mayor, I can tell you I'm honored to serve alongside of you. There is no doubt that our corrections officers perform a very tough job. And one of the things about corrections is most of the time it's inside, so people have no idea the difficulty of the job that they have and the professionalism from which they perform it as well. So I appreciate you all stepping up. You couple this difficulty with a still lingering global pandemic and the increasing in physical and mental challenges that this job requires, and you can see that you're joining LMDC at a really pivotal time in the history of our city and the history of our country. But we all know that challenges are made to be overcome, and you have plenty of support and partners in this good work, including me and LMDC's new director, Jerry Collins. Director Collins would like to congratulate you and welcome you to your first graduation here, your first graduating class. I'm used to seeing him sitting over here, so it's nice to see you sitting over here now. Let's hear it for the new director. It's important that we support our corrections professionals. I'm very gratified that we finally have more financial resources to do that as well. So a couple tangible signs of that support. In January of this year, we raised salaries for incoming officers like you all by approximately 27%. That's a good raise no matter where you're from. And since 2019, we've worked to decrease our inmate population from 1,824 people to 1,387 people. Metro Corrections has also passed the rigorous criteria established by the American Corrections Association to become and maintain its status as an accredited facility. And at the same time, Corrections has achieved accreditation for the medical department from the National Commission on Correctional Health Care. So as you can see, Metro Corrections aspires to the highest level of professionalism and only graduates people who are committed to working at the highest level of professionalism. People like you who have set and attained your educational goals, who are veterans of the military. Philip Daly, if you would stand up so we could recognize you as a veteran. We appreciate your work. And to all of our veterans in the crowd as well, thank you all. 4 of you all have previous corrections experience, and each of you brings valuable knowledge and new experiences or world experiences to your new role. You've completed a lot of training, one of which was implicit bias training. That's something that we've added to the curriculum to ensure that as public servants we're treating each individual that we encounter fairly, because everybody comes from a different place. We're also committed to enhancing medical care and oversight to the physical and mental health of our inmates, which, as you know, is a big part of the challenges you all will face, but it's also a wonderful opportunity. The bottom line is when somebody's in jail, we want to do all we can to give the people who come through Metro Corrections the tools, resources, and support that they need so that they can live better lives and stay on the right side of the law when they get out. And their interactions with you all is going to have a big impact on that. Usually you want repeat customers, not in the corrections business, okay? So good luck on that. And while safety is always the top priority, it's also important to recognize the common humanity that each person that you encounter has in the jail. And it's tough. It's a tough place to work. It's oftentimes tough when somebody shows up there, and remember that you're likely seeing someone at their worst. But you got to remember still, it's somebody's son, somebody's daughter, their mom, dad, brother, sister. And so treating them with that kind of humanity and dignity and respect goes a long way toward them working through the process as smoothly as possible. You want to also remember that when you put on that uniform, especially, you're a role model, often for people who haven't had good role models. And they're at a low point, and many of them are looking for a way out in a new solution that you can provide them. So you've got a real chance to influence people at a potential turning point in their lives. The training that you've received prepares you to do that. Your training is, or you're alls raising these guys. I'm sure we got moms and dads and siblings in here have kind of prepared them for this training, and it's tough training, both physically and mentally, and they needed to do this important job. I want to thank Director Collins, Major Goodlett, and Training Captain Laguno, and your officers, trainers, the whole training team for preparing these folks. And I also want to thank the family and friends directly. I look at your faces here. I see a great deal of pride. We even got a sign here today. I like that, all fancy. And naturally some concern as well, because this is a new job. It's a job that is going to provide challenges, but also provides tremendous reward. And being a corrections officer is super important for our city, and it's noble work. But it does involve some sacrifices and some risk, and no one understands that more than the loved ones of our officers, their family and their friends. And so they're going to need you all from time to time when they want to decompress and talk about what's going on. So I really appreciate the love and support that you've given these fine individuals, both as you helped raise them and they went through the training and throughout their lives. And I ask you to continue that support, obviously. And to the graduates again today, I just want to say we're grateful to you all for devoting yourself and your training, your life experiences and perspectives, and your mind and your heart to this work that every single day helps make our city a better place. So congratulations again, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Fisher. I'd like now to welcome our director, Director Collins.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the celebration of graduation of LMDC Class 132. Thank you, Mayor Fisher, Chief Golden, Assistant Chief Hess, Assistant Chief Hetty, senior staff, training staff. Couldn't be possible without you. Family and friends. Today marks the first step in your career that I hope will be long, meaningful, and successful. As you embark on this journey, it is important to take a moment to remind ourselves of an important concept: humility. Today you will receive your official uniform and badge, but your success will be determined by the person you are behind the uniform, behind the badge, who you are. As you look around, remind yourself of the important people in your life who have supported you and reflect on why you have chosen this career path. Metro Corrections is anchored in two main principles: respect and compassion. You have a unique opportunity in law enforcement and public service. In this department, I'm telling you, this is unique, where you can impact someone's life every day. It's guaranteed. You will have contact every day, and you will make an impact on somebody's life. You have to choose whether it's positive or negative. In corrections, you will wear many different hats. You'll be an EMT. You'll be a mentor. You'll be an advocate. Some people say that we ain't first responders. Well, I'll argue you're right. Well, I'm not arguing. I'm saying you're right. Sometimes you're the only responder, right? Remember, you must keep your service cup full to be successful in this career, but also you must keep your circle of support close, and that's the folks in this room. You have to stay strong in order to remain emotionally aware. It is critical to learn that it is okay to reach out for help and that you have the support of your family and friends in this department. This is a career that is tremendously rewarding and important. Again, we want to thank you for all your hard work and making this commitment to serve our community at trying times. Today is your day, and we look forward to watching you grow, excel, not only as officers, but community members. Thank you, Class 132. Class 132, stand up. Everyone should have your ethics card, correct? Traditionally, we'll read out everything that's on this ethics card, but we're not going to do that today. What I want you to do is share it with the people when you go home, and they will keep you grounded. Remember, you only got here by these folks, right? And now we're your family, and we will carry you also, okay? Yes, sir. Congratulations. Be seated.
Thank you, Director Collins. Our next speaker is one of the recruits nominated by the class and chosen by the training staff. They will speak about their 9 weeks, 10 weeks experience that they had at the training academy. Please welcome recruit Jeffrey Moore.
Good afternoon, Louisville. On behalf of CTAC 132, we thank you, our community, for being here today. We are very happy to be here before you to this day of days. Today marks the day that our lives are forever changed. One day we decided to become something stronger and greater than ourselves. One day we decided to better serve our community. Our instructors have done a phenomenal job as training staff in assisting us in that right direction. They've given us their wisdom, they've told us their mistakes. We've come in a time of great debate, of great controversy, and of great change. We could not have asked for better direction, of better wisdom, of better teaching. For that, we are thankful. It's natural for us to cheat ourselves. Those are days when we're tired. These are days when our minds just aren't firing on all cylinders. There are days when we are sore. There's always something that hampers our ability to some degree. These are distractions. Many times we are so distracted, we don't even realize it. Waking up before the sun rises, ready for formation, before the dawn comes. I remember the first smoke session and our second smoke session. The third, fourth, fifth, keeps going. Each little time this brought us close together as teammates. It was these little moments that had the greatest impact. Slowly, we had fewer and fewer distractions between us. We no longer thought of just ourselves. We began to look out for our fellow teammates. We were routinely checking on one another to make sure we were all squared away. Cheering and motivating one another during times of struggle. Pushing forward even when we thought we couldn't. Whether it be another push-up, another sit-up, another half mile of running. The camaraderie we built for ourselves is indescribable. We have achieved something that cannot be replicated by anybody else. We have gone through We have gone through something that no one else will. Everything our instructors have done for us and everything we've done for ourselves have had purpose. I cannot overstate this enough. Everything in our career is purpose-driven. When we move, it's with a purpose. While we perform a task, it is with a purpose. When we interact with our community, it is with a purpose. That purpose has led us here to this stage today. And while we may cheer today in celebration to the transition of becoming sworn peace officers of Louisville Metro, our purpose is still not yet done. Quite the contrary, in fact. It has only just begun. Our purpose is you, our community. For without you, we would not exist. For that, we CTAC 132 thank you for this opportunity, and from the bottom of our hearts, standing before you today is nothing short of amazing. Moving forward from today, we will serve with distinction and honor. We want to make you, our community, proud. We never want for incidents that cast a shadow upon us. We never hope to have our reflection be malformed and twisted. We only hope that we can be the one who you can come up to with a problem and expect to know it will be solved. This is the responsibility we have undertaken, and this is the responsibility that we handle with great pride and with great care. So thank you, all of you, once again, from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you, Recruit Moore. Recruit Fisher, please come to the podium. She has something to give the director.
Good afternoon. If there's anything I've learned in my academy time, it's that Louisville Metro Department of Corrections is rooted in tradition. We were made aware at the start of our academy that we would have a family day where there would be a volleyball game between ourselves and sworn staff. And in this moment of humility, I'd like to present the trophy to Director Collins. If you'll please come up.
I apologize. I created a little controversy on social media this weekend. When I put this on, we have people commenting back to class 37. But I'll just make it clear. In my 20 years of playing this game, we're undefeated. There is some controversy on social media, but many of you witnessed the devastation Saturday, so thank you.
All right, we're currently going to present the awards. During the 9 weeks, we have a lot of recruits that step up and shine, or we have recruits that put in a lot of effort, and we'd like to award that effort and motivation that they give us for those 9-10 weeks that we have them at the training academy. Thank you, Recruit Moore. Thank you, Fisher. During the academy, they face a lot of challenges from physical skills, shooting, academic communication, which is important in our line of work, along with an honor grad who is well-rounded in all areas. Recruit Fisher, please step up. Recruit Fisher is getting the Class President Award. She's usually the first person to arrive at the academy to get the other recruits together and the last person to leave to make sure everything's squared away for the next day. Our next award goes to the recruit that has kept up with physical standards during academy. Usually not the strongest, but has a good over physical ability. Recruit Joshua Brown. Our next award goes to actually 2 recruits. This recruit scores the highest during farms qualification. Today, again, the award goes to 2 different people. Recruit Jeffrey Moore and Troy Posey, please step up.
That's my daddy.
Yeah. Our next award is usually cut and dry. We usually have one very, very academic and smart person that knows everything about the books. This time around it's fairly difficult because we had to wait test after test because their scores were so even that they were neck and neck, all 3 of them. But unfortunately we had to pick 2, and they were only separated again by decimals. Again, recruit Jeffrey Moore and recruit Derek Sloss. Our next award was actually started by our director, Collins. It's called the Egalitarian Communication Award. This award goes to the recruit that has improved the greatest in their communication skills throughout Academy. This person had difficulty at first, but eventually was able to adapt to what she needed to do in order to communicate properly with her instructors and with other classmates. The person for this award is recruit Javonda Floyd. Good job, Floyd. All right, our last and final award. There's one out of every class. So we're at class 132. There's only 132 people that have received this award throughout the history of Metro Corrections. This person displays an overall good sense of skill in communication, leadership, and academic. This is the only award to receive a pin, which they will wear on their right chest on their Class A uniform. And they can wear it for the rest of their career. Please welcome Angela Fisher. All right, the next step, I will be calling up the recruit class up to stage. This is where family members are going to be able to pin their badges on them. CTAC 132, come to stage, please. Friends and family, please come up to pin your badge on your recruit. I would like to invite Mayor Fisher to read their oath of office.
All right, recruits, please raise your right hand. I,
Joshua Brown. Aaron Bright. Philip Daly.
Angela Fisher.
Javonda Floyd. Kanita Freeman.
Theodore Leonard. Jeffrey Moore. George White. Derek Slott. Troy Pope.
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and the laws and ordinances of the Louisville, Jefferson County Metro Government, and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky and the Metro Government so long as I continue as a citizen thereof, that I will endeavor to the best of my ability to detect and prosecute all gamblers and others violating the laws against gaming, and that I will faithfully execute to the best of my ability the rank of officer of the Louisville Metro Department of Corrections according to law. And I do further solemnly swear that since the adoption of the present Constitution, I, being a citizen of this state, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within the state nor out of it, nor have I acted as a second in carrying a challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending. Please repeat after me. So help me God.
So help me God.
You're official. Congratulations.
All right, I would like to ask Mayor Fisher and Director Collins to come up to stage to present them their diplomas. Officer Joshua Brown. Officer Aaron Bryant. Officer Philip Daly. Officer Kenita Freeman. Officer Angela Fisher. Officer Javonda Floyd. Officer Theodore Leonard. Officer Jeffrey Moore. Officer George White. Now it's for our Youth Transitional Services officers. Officer Shonda Adonis. Dotson. She does have one. Officer Troy Posey. Officer Derek Sloss. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Director. You may have a seat, class. 10 weeks is what we had these guys for. And this academy experienced a variety of different experiences. Some of it are stuff that several-year officers get to experience, right? We've gone through quarantine twice, one for the flu, one for the other thing. They've been around when incidents happen at the jail. They've done online learning for, almost 7 days, I would say, close to it. And most importantly, they also been through an administration change. To our new officers, you're coming in at a great time in our corrections department. I've worked for and with everyone in our new administration. I can say that we are in great hands. Hands that have come up from where you currently sit. They understand and have shared the same experiences that you have and will have. Director Collins, senior staff, I would like to thank you guys for taking the challenge of leading Louisville Metro Department of Corrections. New officers, I'm not saying this is going to be easy. We still have a responsibility to do our best in our career. The training staff has given you several tools and a foundation to build on. Today, I need you to look at that foundation and imagine the career you can build off of it. Because today, you will be doing the building with the help and experience of others in the jail. The training staff greatly appreciate your effort and drive during your academy phase. Please continue your effort and drive throughout the rest of your career. Class. Who are you? Please welcome our new officers.